We promised drama, and the round of 64 delivered.
Oh my god! Sammy the Screwdriver coming out swinging.
We were treated to the best that REBBL had to offer, and the worst. All apple pies, going in for a blitz, and he has 1 in 90! The Big O have been relentless in their pursuit of glory, but can they keep it up? Now, the Division 1 winners enter the fray, with a former champion among them. The pressure is ramping up, but there's plenty more blood still to be spilled. Oh!
Pizarro, no!
Welcome to the round of 32. Limpy goes in. Have you ever seen this before? And the fourth Doctor.
Bloody hell!
Fourth Doctor dies.
No big deal, boys. We're done.
Oh, stop! What? Oh, that!
First blood?
Thrower is out.
You just have to... It's a bullset toy! That is just worse.
This is a massacre right now. The tree will attack on its own here in the REBBL Playoffs. Have you ever seen anything like this? Things that make you go, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Welcome along, everyone, to what has been dubbed the Nurgle Gurgle. So that's going to stick. It's more REBBL playoff action, and as you might have guessed, it is Nurgle versus Nurgle. And specifically, this lot. It's Metal's team. Metal, of course, the supreme overlord of REBBL. And his Nurgle team have been a good 4 seasons in development, and this is their big moment. They're into the round of 32 of the playoffs, and they are looking menacing to say the least.
It's certainly a good Nurgle team.
It's pretty much got everything you would want. We've got horrible Nurgle warriors, we've got a really nice beast of Nurgle, we've got an agility 5 Pestigo with blodge and sure hands, and we have a surfer.
I mean, let's talk about the surfer, because from all I've seen of this surfer, I've never actually seen him surf anything. But I guess that's the same as my surfing piece. It never got a chance to surf because everyone had stand firm or sidestep.
Well, he's always a threat, if nothing else.
Yeah.
We've also got wrestle, tackle, strip, and just a standard mighty blow tackle, because honestly, with
Why
the rest
not?
of the team, couldn't really think of what to do with the last one.
I think the only thing he's actually missing here is a dirty player. Like, that's the only thing he's missing, but this is Metal. It's not going to concern him.
Well, he
And
would
it's
have had
not
one
us.
if it wasn't for Wrecked Guy taking a strength bust in the round of 64. So he's out, and that means Kick is gone as well.
Kick's not going to make a huge amount of difference, though.
Kick might be gone, but Gerber is here.
I am here indeed.
Hello.
Yeah, so the kick guy did indeed get minus strength last match.
Yeah, that was against High Elves. So this is worse than High Elves. Obviously, we've got the richest tea here as well. Don't actually get introduce tea, but that is tea that you're hearing.
I don't need an introduction. I am just the enigma that is T.
Something like that. We'll have a look at who Metal's up against. And honestly, in a Nurgle mirror, I think he's going to back himself, because he just has more TV than his opponent. And that is just good.
That is one way to go with it when it comes to high TV Nurgle versus high TV Nurgle. Who's the higher TV? That one. He's probably winning.
Here are Grungy Desserts, who were at 1600, and they're down a Nurgle warrior.
Yeah, if you were to put this on paper, they're absolutely bones.
Man in a baklava in the round of 64 match against Pink Power Pufter took a rock to the face before the game even started.
I had a lot of pebbles in my pocket that day.
Yeah, took a strength bust. So that's his career over. No regen. But the player to watch out for on this team, you may have spotted him in the intro sequence, is all apple pies.
Well, like, don't expect much out of him. Like, he's probably a liability more than a useful player, which really helps Metal, I would assume.
All apple pies is living proof of why you take block first.
S'mores like Team Spirit. I like that name.
It's compared to Metal's team, this is just undercooked.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's if we're going to put it into sort of like cooking preferences, yeah, this is sort of like a rare steak, and his is a well done.
Well, if you look, you can compare every single player. The Beast of Nurgle's got guard. Well, Metal's has got guard, stand firm, and block. Nurgle Warrior with block guard. Metal's got one, and all of his have block guard, and most of them have Mighty Blow Claw. One with Mighty Blow Claw, Metal has 3 of those. We've got a Wrestle Tackle Strip. Well, that's actually the same, so we're matching Metal on that front. So well done, Sponge Cake Man. We've got a Blodge Agi 4. Well, Metal's got a Blodge Agi 5 with Sure Hands.
Yeah, if we're talking about the naming war, though, I don't know. Like, I really do quite like things that make you go, because it's just like it is all the things. Just like, ugh, really, this is what I got.
Stouticus does win the naming war. I will agree with chat on that one.
Yeah, I think Stouticus wins the naming war, but not by a lot.
No,
He's going to be getting a rookie, a loner rotter here, such is the state of his team.
but is he
Necro does
only
some
going to
damage.
have 11?
He's only going to have 11.
Oh, it's just getting worse and worse the more you look into it.
He's going to be down 620k.
What can you buy with that? I mean,
Let's go to the shop. Let's go to the shop of inducements. What do you pick up, do you think?
I mean, what
guess-
can't you buy at this point?
Well, there are things you shouldn't buy because they're bad. Definitely on the buying list, we very likely will see Lord Borat the Despoiler being 300k, strength 5, mighty blow, block, 30 player, which is just a solid replacement of one of the warriors he's missing.
It is, yeah.
And after that, it's a bit awkward because you cannot buy Morg, and maybe you can buy a loner Nurgle Warrior, but those are really expensive, especially if you want a skill that's like 200k just for a 1 skill Nurgle Warrior with loner.
I mean, at that point, you're better off just buying Borak, really.
Well, you definitely, like, the thing is, what do you buy after Borak?
Well, you can buy a wizard, but Nurgle aren't the greatest at recovering the ball.
You buy a scroll of a wish spell from D&D. That's the only way I see this going well.
Do you just buy like 4 rotters?
I somewhat expect like him going like chainsaw bribe Lord Borat the Despoiler.
He could just go like a rotter with 30 player and a couple of extra rotters and a lot of bribes and just try and foul them all to death before he dies.
Bloodwiser Babes, also useful. Oh, screw it.
Actually,
Let's just take a chef. No.
I think that's the one thing I kind of disagree with. Everything else, yeah, it's fine.
Like, on paper, Metal should not have problem with rerolls with his Agi 5 ball carrier.
It doesn't
And
have
the
sure hands, though,
rerolls.
does it? Does it have sure
Yeah.
hands?
It does have
It
sure
does
hands.
have-
Oh, okay.
So, like, most of the time, like, his rerolls are used for damage. So, it's a defensive tool, but not a very good one.
If Stouticus wins this, I think we will all be impressed, and Metal will likely be furious.
I mean,
Yeah.
he'll even if he didn't agree to the suicide pact of re-rolling his team, he'd probably re-roll it just in sheer anger.
Well, there is still one mighty blow claw piece that might be good and carry the team for Stouticus.
That can only as you are.
Well, it's not the other one.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely not the other one.
I've got the Cabal TV open. There's a lot of games actually happening tonight in Rebel, including I think one of the what do you call it? I think the Fat Earthers are playing tonight. I mean, that's always.
I do like the Fat Earthers.
Oh, they finished. That's a brilliant name. I love it.
So I think in terms of predictions, with the predictions competition now having various scores and whatnot, I can't actually see how many people have backed one team and how many people have backed the other team.
Well, I'm pretty sure I said it's going to be and 99,999 for Metal, and 99,998 for Stouticus on the scoreboard.
So we're talking score and not casualties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the other way around. One of those. Something like that, because I can
like-
put lots of knives.
I feel like they're just gonna flip a coin at the start of it and just go straight to kicks. It's like the only way you can make this relatively even. It's just the TV, like, the disparity is just insane. And when it's Kelly Nurgle versus not so Kelly but still a bit spicy Nurgle, then you've got a bit of a problem.
The thing with all apple pies is that he just needs one Kaz for another skill. And he spent the entirety of the last game getting blitzing right in order to get that one Kaz that he needs, and he caused Stouticus to use 5 team rerolls.
I'm pretty sure.
Sacked him, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure he will get the cash this game, but also a strength bust.
Another
He's gonna
awfully
get-
specific prediction.
Is it going to be a nice level idiot moment? Is this what we're talking about
Yes,
here?
definitely. Like, it will be a level on the MVP after he dies, or something like that.
The legend that is Gelato Miro.
Strength 4 Rotter. Can't be a Strength 5 Rotter without being Strength 4 first.
Yep.
I mean, he only needs 2 touchdowns. That's a ball carrier right there. Screw your Agility 4 Blodge guy.
Well, he's replacing the missing Nurgle Warrior for this match, which is useful. The problem is that Metal outguards him still, and he has a Strength 5 Warrior.
I mean, Metal outguards him, outstrengths him, out-agilities him, outnumbers him.
The only
Close
question
him.
is, can Metal outplay him?
That is the question. Metal's team is prone to the occasional pillow hands match. We saw in
Every
their...
claw team is like that.
We saw their final game of the season was live on this channel where they played against the Jungle Corsairs. And they actually won that one 3-2 playing the agility game. Because they couldn't hurt any Dark Elves.
Well,
He had the same issue against me where he could just all he could do was just KO everyone and maybe Kaz the odd one. But until he decided to try and kill one of my players, then that's when all the deaths just started coming in.
Both against your team and Dreamify, it's pretty difficult to kill a team that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, we didn't really exist at that point. I mean, I don't even know how I managed to even stand up against the King of G-Man and almost
I
defeat him.
really didn't care.
I know you didn't.
That's the answer. Like, I won already.
Petty arguments aside, we have a triple header of REBBL playoff action tonight over on Superfed TV's channel. You can catch Gengar versus Kejirus, which is Iron Madden versus Professor Parathesius Pets, which is otherwise known as Khemri versus Nurgle.
Yeah.
Khemri versus Nurgle.
And that one will be
Khemri versus Necro.
Necro. Did I say Nurgle? I've got Nurgle on the
Yeah,
brain.
you did.
Necro.
You've got Nurgle on the brain. You got Papa Nurgle right up there.
That'll be followed by Elven Union versus whoever the hell they're playing. Tribu Urbana against their opponents, who are... I will find out
fiction?
momentarily. It is
Gloom and Zoom,
fiction,
isn't it?
Gloom and Zoom. So that'll be Pro Elves versus Necro.
Not Nurgle.
Not Nurgle, Necro.
But we're going to be at the Nurgle Gurgle.
We're going to be at the Nurgle Gurgle, having a party with the Papa himself.
Duff, there was actually at one time there was a Friday Night Rebel where it was me and Chubstep, and that was the infamous thing. Ask Aldar about it. He'll know all about it and how he almost killed me. With one of the most astoundingly strange things I've ever seen.
So currently 0-0 in the other game. I don't know if anyone can set up the possibility for a multi-Twitch. Could be useful, and I know Gerber can normally do that for us.
Yeah, I can make it. Who streams the last one?
Superfed TV. He's doing both of the other games. He's going to do them back to back.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, Holy Boy's in here.
So Metal is 5 minutes away. He's grabbing a bottle of water and booting up his PC.
Hydration is a critical part of winning a match.
Gotta stay hydrated, kids.
Yep.
Let me just check and see. I don't think there's a VOD of it exists. No.
So yeah, the multi-twitch in both chat now, if anyone cares.
Thank you kindly. What that gives us a chance to do is talk about. This is gonna be a potential spoiler, but we've got to kill 5 minutes here. So if you don't want to know the result of the A Grain versus Morka match, mute this stream now and go and listen to the other one or something. But for those who don't care, the winner of this Nurgle Gurgle gets to face, bum bum bum, drum roll, Nurgle.
So it'll be another.
Wow, such an exciting matchup to hope for.
And in other news, the match between the Happy Woodland Critters and the Fat Earthers ended in a 0-0 draw with a level up for Fat Earth Twitter. So plus movement, break, tackle, ogre. I'm jelly of that.
So if Stouticus does manage to win this, he's going to roll straight through into 2040 Nurgle in the next round.
Well, if he manages to win this, then like he proved something. So possibly the next match will be just the same but easier.
I mean, he's gonna probably still have about the same amount of inducements if he wins this one, because he's gonna probably get grated like cheese.
This awaits the winner, and even if it was Metal versus A Grain, that's these two just killing each other for a hype video at that point.
The game's not up. I thought it was because there was an extra one.
I really hope like one of the Nurgle teams from this side doesn't end up getting a hype video, because that hype video is just going to be Nurgle on Nurgle.
Well,
like the hype vid.
I'm guaranteed to be doing a Nurgle hype video now for the first time.
Yeah.
Because there's a Nurgle facing the winner of this Nurgle versus Nurgle match in the Nurgle Gurgle. So
Nurgle Gurgle, electric Gurgle.
At least hope that not 2 of the 3 matches are against other Nurgle for the hype vid.
we'll see what we can do. But that one you feel would be more of a match for Metal. That, interestingly, Royal Rumble Boys are also a 2-season-old Nurgle team. And also, interestingly, are from the same division as Stouticus in the regular season, unless I'm very much mistaken. Yeah, Stouticus actually beat him 2-1 earlier in the season. So
impressive seeding that they meet so early into the bracket.
Yes.
Assuming Stouticus wins.
Yes, Random Boy. This is going to be a Nurgle versus Nurgle match.
Winner faces Nurgle.
Winner faces Nurgle.
But yeah, we could end up with REL7 versus REL7 for a hype video.
That would be pretty fantastic.
Which goes to prove that when I'm building the bracket, I probably didn't expect them both to get this far.
Yeah. You very much did not.
Alright, bye, random guy. Can't please all the people all the time.
No. Can't please him. Just put his vampires on and watch them implode. That's always fun.
I mean, at least we're guaranteed to eliminate a Nurgle team, and in fact, we're guaranteed to eliminate 2 Nurgle teams between here and the hype video. That's Metal.
I think the secret plan of Hangzord was to make sure all the Nurgles are stuck on one side of the bracket. So there is no way we have too many Nurgles in the round of 8.
If Infinite Pink wins this round and it's against Reagan, it could be another Nurgle Gurgle.
That's a good point, yeah, because Infinite Pink is up against Sage in this section of the bracket. If he wins that and then wins the next round, they'll both have a hype video, Infinite Pink and the winner of this match who faces the other Nurgle. I hope you're following all the Nurgle teams here.
Oh, God.
But the last 8 would be Nurgle versus Nurgle.
Is there another Nurgle for the semi-final, or are we out of Nurgle teams?
They're all the top side in the right bracket. I mean, it's totally not been engineered for this. Totally not.
Honestly, the incredible thing about this is that this bracket was produced on the day I built the divisions with Metal, like 13, 14 weeks ago. And somehow all the Nurgle teams managed to just get themselves into one pot.
You used your special cursing powers to manipulate the results, and that way we ended with all the Nurgles in one side.
Nurgle got popular and successful because they've had several seasons to develop, and now they're at a point where they're Metal's team of development.
Yeah, we've rarely had Nurgle teams in the playoffs until this season, when suddenly lots.
Metal's now logging into Blood Bowl 2 as he's just come onto the game on Steam.
Lovely. We are almost good to go. I'm just checking if there are actually any Nurgle teams in the other side of the bracket. There's not, so it's impossible to have a Nurgle mirror final. All the Nurgle are up here.
It's like putting all of your eggs in one basket, Chaos God style.
I mean, it's possible.
All of your eggs in one bracket.
I can't spoil this one because it went out of many, many days ago, but Regnen and Revenge of the Franks could be left in this section of the bracket with 3 Nurgle teams.
Oh, you get Nurgle, Nurgle, Nurgle.
So he'd
It's
have
like
to beat
the
Nurgle.
Russian doll, but Nurgle. It's just every time you open it up, there's another Nurgle team just under there.
There's just all the Nurgles just in one spot. But yeah, this is the most disgusting of all the disgusting Nurgle teams. Things that make you go, oh god.
I've played this team 5 times.
What we
Probably
would
more than
say,
Wait, how they are 4 seasons old. How did you play them 5 times?
I've played them a couple of times in spin leagues.
What
6
did you
times
do?
actually. No, 5 times. Yeah.
what you
I feel
would
bad
say
for you.
is that I've said before that if Metal is ever going to win the playoffs with this team, this is the season.
Well, if he decides to keep them, the next season should be good as well.
But
His
if
team
he,
is
decides
still very
to,
strong.
if he decides to keep them, then the problem being that inevitably he will eventually take 1 or 2 deaths. And those
Yeah, but
look at
inevitably
Sage.
might be 3 seasons from now.
He said he was doing a suicide pact with Viking God this season.
He
so
did.
Well,
Regnan's asking to be saved from the Nurgle. There is nothing I can do.
Just don't try to outbash them like I
well,
tried to
if
outbash
Sage-
you last season. It doesn't work.
If Sage wins, you get Chaos instead.
Yeah, that's true. If Sage wins, then you get Claw Mighty Blow that isn't infected with Nurgle's Rot.
Yeah.
Which is much better.
Completely
More.
different.
Because it's more armor 8. That's why.
I mean, to be fair, there's
But-
plenty of Armor 8 on Metal's team. Because there's 14
Especially
players.
of armor rate on any Nurgle team.
I was trying to make it sound better, right? Like, I was trying to sweeten the landing.
Just a reminder, the ex-wife looks like this. It is block, guard, stand firm, and plus movement.
Oh, for God's sake! They got plus movement.
She's a quicken.
Oh, you can never escape her.
So they will be in the inducement phase now, Will, Metal, and Stouticus, I believe. So if we are ready for the Nurgle Gurgle, this is the time.
Like, I don't think we will ever be truly ready, but this is the best we can achieve.
Should we get some bit of a sweepstake going? How many dead players?
7.
0.
Seven dead players, says T. 0, says
Zero.
Gerber. So there we go. And question 2, will all apple pie survive?
No.
He will get strength busted after leveling up.
It'll be all apple dies.
All apple dies.
I think Chapsu is the only one that is cheering for all apple pie.
It's nice
would-
that he
I-
has a fan.
I would assume that he's going to put all the players onto the market. I intend to put all of my good players onto the market before I think about putting them in
I'm
All-Stars.
pretty sure Metal will just go to All Stars with this team if he retires them.
Oh, I'm
'Cause-
sure All Stars will be delighted to see them.
No, there will be everyone in All Stars will be super delighted. See such a nice, friendly team.
He just wants to hug.
7 deaths, but only 4 will stick.
No,
Well-
Chapsu, you can't. Come on. Get a show on the road.
Get this Nurgle Gurgle live. Presumably, Stouticus is currently stood in the inducement shop, stroking his chin. And spoiled for choice, really, with everything on the shelves, because he's got 620k of sweet Nurgly inducements.
Yeah, he's like a child at a candy shop, but that candy shop is only
It's
selling
laced
pretty
with
poor
cyanide.
candy. Because Nurgle inducements are really bad compared to any other race.
The first thing I would do, straight off the bat, is pick up 2 Bloodweiser babes, before I did anything else.
Well, it depends on what do you aim for, because, like, if you do have a plan, sometimes babes are not worth it. If you really think the only way you win this is a chainsaw, then you should commit to the chainsaw plan and just go max, lots of bribes.
That sounds like spoilerinos for the other game.
Well, technically, it's up on the screen, mate. So while we wait for this one to happen, there's very little I can do.
Yeah, but I believe the
It's
match
up!
is
It's
on
up! It's up!
It's a chainsaw, 2 bribes, babes, and some mercenary rotters. But we are ready to go.
I don't know if Stouticus is still in the chat. I wouldn't assume he's not, but if he's not, if he's still in the chat, get it!
I don't think he is.
now. I'm pretty sure he's aware of the rules.
I know, but I just want you to shout at someone. Because I've got power at the moment.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Do you?
I hope I do.
So it is giving me the chainsaw approach. Will it be quite as good as Boomer was earlier? I don't know. But it's going to be
Spleen Ripper, isn't it?
metal to receive. And that means the metal gets to hit first.
Oh my goodness, there's 3 bribes for, for the grungy
Yes,
desserts.
when we said bribes, he got all the bribes.
I did
Yeah, I
say
think-
this, didn't I? I called it.
I think the inducements were max, 3 bribes, a babe, and 2 loner linemen.
It's just a single babe, yeah, and 2 mercs. We've got 1 merc on the field, 1 merc on the sideline right now.
And 1 to fill to 11 on the field.
Oh, and yeah, the one that filled us up to the full. So we've got Ewan Attractus, Shari the Stinker, and on the bench, Carl the Spoiler.
The funny
Don't
thing
spoil.
is, even with those 3 extra players, Metal still has a bigger bench.
Yeah, but that's because Metal was running around with a full team until recently.
Remember, here he is, all apple pies, the Pestigore that 1 in 9 with 5 separate blocks in the last game, and caused Stouticus to turn over 5 times. Well, or at least use a reroll 5 times. He is hopeless and is a literal interpretation as of why you should take block as a first skill.
Yeah. I have to say I feel really bad for the strength for Rotter. Because, like, you roll strength, but you still get line duty as fodder.
Apple pie worth 1 in 9. Oh dear.
So there is an RG5 Blodge Surehands Pestigore in boxes from your mom in the backfield. But here we go, the Nurgle Gurgle is underway. And it's a high kick. Which Stouticus I think you'll be pleased enough with. Not another Nurgle warrior taking a strength boost from a rock.
Well, interestingly enough, the Squig Sandwich kiosk is in play, so a rock or get a rift cannot work.
And the loner survives the first block.
As is tradition.
We've plenty more where that came from. We're
That
going to
is-
blitz a Nurgle warrior with a strength 5. And this time it's a knockdown on even flan.
Uh-oh.
Can be scary.
He's even
Just
fine.
fine. Just fine.
Now there's a target for all apple pies.
Okay. He can't even move. He's stuck.
Well, if you cover him up with a Rotter, like, that's sort of enough to protect him because he's strength 5.
We're going to cover him up with 2.
No, he's gonna
Mark the
fail.
guard there.
He's
Now-
gonna- He's gonna fail that.
He's not fouling
Oh, double
that.
skull!
Oh no!
Good.
And the strength 4 survives.
You let me wrong.
Well, he still needs to tank another hit, but he manages to avoid the claw.
Yeah, it's against the Asian state mother. It doesn't have mighty blow or any.
Plus
other
strength rotter is too good.
Hidden blodge.
That's
Oh,
metal
and
down
that's-
to
Bravely giving up a 2 dice to the strength 4. Oh, and the
Oh.
ex-wife. Really
I
stupid.
called it.
Classic. Well, it was really good last game, so you pretty much had to expect that it will go full stupid for this one.
Fairly rubbish first turn for Metal there.
And this is kind of the break that Stouticus kind of needs really to have a chance.
Well, Metal still has the ball. Stouticus cannot really capitalize on that slow start because he's also Nurgle and he didn't take a wizard.
No, but he didn't lose
So-
any players, and that is just as important because he
Yeah.
has the opportunity now to establish a numbers advantage.
Yeah, but the only guy who can really blitz something good is all apple pies. And do you really want to blitz with all apple pies?
Look, maybe it's his day. Maybe last time wasn't his day. Maybe today's his day.
You know what? That's exactly the same thing I've been saying about Big Al for 4 seasons.
How has that been working for you?
Well, the latest iteration of him died. First game he died.
The issue now, of course, is that Stouticus knows about the all apple pies meme, whereas he was completely oblivious in the last game.
Like every time he's 1-9, he knows we are laughing about it now. Also, we are totally going to curse all the beasts. Because they're like rocks, but uglier.
Did it work?
You can generate a few blocks here, but of course you would need to put his players into positions where they might get hurt in response.
That is the worry.
Yeah, like, the big thing is no matter what he knocks down, unless it's a rotor, he's not going to get a good foul on it, even with a chainsaw. And when you commit so much for 3 bribes, you are definitely not going to put your chainsaw in a risky position just
all
to get
apple
1
pies.
foul.
Here he goes. And he won a 90! Could you believe it?
Unbelievable, Jeffrey!
And it doesn't even hurt him.
For God's sake!
If only he had block.
Oh, he's gonna foul that with chainsaw. You know.
Yeah, with so many bribes.
You
do
could have you could have seen that coming all week. We've said that was going to happen.
To be honest, I might not foul this just because a 1 in 6 to fail the chainsaw might just throw in your whole game plan, just trying to hit a rotor.
Now the strength 4 rotter gets the job done.
You'll me
wrong.
Oh,
Clearly.
Massive volley and a massive knockout, and Stouticus is up by 1.
oh, that's good. If he had Mighty Blue, would have cast it. I think. Did he? Yeah, 10.
Now, the big question for Metal is, do you blitz all apple pies, or do you keep him because he wastes 3 rolls?
I think if he dies, you're alright. It's actually saving you some trouble.
Is it worth chainsawing a rotter, do we feel?
Yes.
Well, I
Yes.
think the risk of
Is the
a
answer.
1 on the chainsaw is really
Oh.
That was close. That was close. If
Max
that
is
was
just G'ing himself
Nearly.
up here by chainsawing himself in the head.
and it bounced off.
It works. It works better than coffee for waking you up.
Yeah.
Chainsaw to the face.
I don't like to pretend that the casters are psychic, but we've pretty much called everything so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that about everything, let's be honest. This beast of Thug is not going to, oh, he's not even going to get to move it, that's right.
Dodged away with the low.
What
now.
of it?
We are fine.
He was dodging it away from the beastie. Hopefully
Well,
this
the
allows some beast-on-beast action.
I think the beast might be getting blitzed here. That or all apple pies.
Double power from the ex-girlfriend.
Ooh!
That's 1.
You in a
Well,
Tractus is dead.
That's 1.
He's not a real person, he's a mercenary loner. They are not real people.
6 more to go.
Oh, and we're
I'm
going
ready.
for all apple pies. And he
Gets a
takes
knockdown.
a pow, and he's going to take the both down here because he's going to prove to him he should have block. Oh, and all apple pies is KO'd.
That's a lot of rerolls saved for Stouticus, at least for this half.
Fixed Skull wouldn't have saved him.
No.
No.
Sad times.
Sad times for Fixed Skull.
And there goes the meme. For now.
Well, at least he won't use any more rerolls.
Yeah. It's actually possibly good for Stouticus.
It's a
Oh,
net
hold the
benefit.
Well, on the first half, maybe you are willing to field him, but on the second half, even if he wakes up, because of overtime rules, you kinda don't want to waste 3 of your rerolls on this idiot.
So Metal now establishing a 1-player advantage himself. And just shifting that ball across to this side. Of course, we've got double Disturbing Presence. The blue Disturbing Presence belongs to Metal. The red belongs to Stouticus.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Well, what we can actually do is he can get a 2-dice with Gelato wrong onto the ex-wife. Well, he does have to knock it down.
I'll tell you what though, that rotter finds pows.
He does. The question is, will it blend? I doubt there's going to be any handoffs going on because he's not going to give it to anyone else but the Agility 5 blotch. That thing's keeping hold of that because there's strict ball in play as well. So
Yeah, like both teams have a pretty dedicated ball carrier, and with so much stink around, you're very much not going to hand off unless you like removed all the other team and just handing off for a warrior to level him up.
Yeah, we're playing the running game today. Stouticus has 3 on the bench, Metal has 4. 2 of the Pestigors actually taken to the bench. They're the sort of defensive ones, but he's left a Mighty Blow player over there.
Well, I think he wanted some rotters to be able to foul if he needs to.
yeah, he likes to keep a couple of Pestigors off the side. Equally, if he was on defense to begin with, he would have the Agility 5 off the pitch and probably the Juggernaut one.
Nah, Juggernaut is a really good defensive one with threatening serfs.
That's true.
Push only there on the rotter.
Who are we going to claw Mighty Blow? I think it's going to be the Bearded Ant. Although that's just turn 5, that's going to be difficult.
We are going to bring the Beast of Nurgle over there though. Claws like Team Spirit.
He very much might get that Beast of Nurgle tanking a claw hit next turn.
Oh, he might be going for the ex-wife with the with Kinole as Yar.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad shout. Nope, he is
He's
going for
the
rotter.
rotter.
Oh, and gets a perfect
doing
result.
a thing.
Tipsy sister-in-law. That's racy. I think AO.
9 versus 9.
They are dropping like flies. Especially the rotters.
Now,
Apparently that's the most action the ex-wife's had since litigation. I'll pretend I know what litigation is.
what might we see here? We're going to see a 2-dice here on the office bike.
He's fellable.
Well, do you really like? If you bring Max over there, then Max gets Claw Mighty Blow to the face.
Dodge away fails. Are we going to re-roll it? No!
Death floor.
Donut in a hole is stunned.
I feel like committing your beast to the Strength 5 Nurgle Warrior isn't going to help much.
For those who joining, All Apple Pies is knocked out. He did 1 in 9 his first block of the game, and therefore cost Stouticus a reroll. And the ex-wife
Called it.
starting with the beast is an interesting decision, but another really stupid.
I guess when
saving him for
it's
turnover.
got block, you can kind of
Claw Mighty Blow
semi-safely.
on
Well-
even flan here.
That's good enough.
Gonna regen.
We turned on the regen button before we started, so that's good.
And he's potentially setting up for a hit on the Beast of Nurgle here as well.
It's going to
Bearded
be.
Ant is just.
Well, I would
terrible.
expect him to hit Max at this point if he can manage to make that hit. But
This
it's
looks
going
as
to
though
be a
he's
bit
going for the
awkward.
other. This is always going for the other Nurgle Warrior or the Beast.
He's got a few options. You might be tempted to just target the Pestigor that's loose.
Yeah, he's also a good
I'd go
target.
for that. Yeah, I'd go for that. Metal does not have a Palmer. No, because he's got 3 or 4 Claw Mighty Blow players. He's got 3.
He used to have like a Strength 4 killer that was planned to be the Palmer, but then he rolled Strength 4, and after that he died. Strength 4 Pestigor, of course.
Which one to click on and delete? That's the question going through.
Yeah, so Stouticus is down to 8, Metal with 9 on the field. So Stouticus at the moment is actually keeping up with the removal rate, which is good news.
Well, I think Stouticus lost more crucial players. Meta lost rotors.
We might be about to lose another one.
Uh-oh.
We are clearly losing one.
Oh, it's just a stun.
But yeah, Stouticus lost all apple pies, who is as good as a rotor, but also a Nurgle warrior, while Meta lost only rotors.
It's just impossible to protect from Claw Mighty Blow hits when there is all of this Claw Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
It's just undoable.
Like, there is only 3 on Metal's team, but it's all on the strong players who are really tough to avoid. And he just goes aggressive with them because he knows that Stouticus cannot really hit back. Especially with the Strength 5 one.
Oh,
There's a knockdown on Drunken Club Chubbers. Oh, and that's an injury. Stouticus is keeping up with the pace here. 8 versus 8.
And that's a perm one, so that's eating into the massive bench of Metal. Not by much, but it's every little helps.
1 removal per turn at this rate.
Only 1 death so far. 6
Indeed,
more
and
to
it
go.
was the poor loner UH and Grungy who is unfortunately now demised.
Now we don't have to say that name, so that's good. We've only just got to say Shari the Stinker and Carl the Spoiler, which is way easier. It's going to be a 1v1 by the end of this. Just the 2 ball carriers.
Chainsaw Blitz.
Oh
foul
no, foul appearance!
That's actually a tough hit for the chainsaw because it's 2 2+s just to roll the armor, and with 87.
Well, anyway, he's still
like,
providing an assist, so the Beast of Nurgle can have a go.
yeah, and roll 1 in 9.
It's a risky 1 in 9, isn't it? 1 dice on the rotter.
I'm not sure if I like that 1 dice.
And a 2 dice. Oh,
Well, that saves Max a little bit, but he's definitely going to get the Blitz, which is scary considering he is practically armor 4.
yeah, I don't think you can even follow this up.
Yeah, we are very much going to see the Strength 5 hitting Max for 2 dice.
We're not anymore. Now we might try and dodge the other rotter out. Now he's going to leave the Strength 4 rotter there to tie up the ex-wife.
He is accepting his fate.
And you think Metal's going to spend the first sort of 6 turns of this game just purely punching stuff?
Yeah, like Metal is able to get a hit after a hit, so he should take it. Trying to get some damage on the positionals. And hopefully remove that chainsaw. If the chainsaw takes an injury here, it's a massive loss for Stouticus.
That's just a stun.
But a stun is still helpful.
And we're going to be able to hit Max now.
That's
There's
a knockdown.
That's bad
Armor
news.
4.
Max is alright.
Hey,
Max is okay.
unbelievable, Jeff.
Well, stunned is...
He's okay
Impressive.
by the standards I was expecting there.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Oh, and Gelato Me Wrong could be in trouble.
Oh no. Oh no, pelvic frosted by the ex-wife. Oh,
Keeping up the rate of 1 removal per turn. Stouticus is down to 7 on the field.
Yeah, but with 2 stunned for next turn, he's like... At this point, you kinda want to just run away with the few players that can.
Max is an absolute unit.
Because, like, everyone who is able to move is very much out of position outside of the Beast and the Nurgle Warrior that are standing.
All going according to plan for Metal so far. But we are going to have a go at this Pestigore.
Is it the Pestigore or is it the...
It's the
No,
Nurgle
he's
Warrior.
going for the Warrior to free up the
Pow
Pestigore.
on the mother-in-law, who is niggled, by the way.
Niggle.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's
That's a
permanent.
big one.
That's not going to regen, and we've lost one of the big dogs.
I think that was Mighty Blow and not the niggling injury that did that.
Yeah, it wouldn't, like the niggle did not matter. Because it was a 9 on the armor with claw. But still, a big hit for metal.
What is this game? This is the Nurgle Gurgle, Chabsy.
I think Major Bite liked my build up there. I provided.
A frustrating result for metal because Stouticus had his warrior regen, while metal didn't.
We are now playing Blood Bowl 7s.
Well, Stouticus for this turn plays Blood Bowl 5s.
It is the Skulls for the Skull Throne event going on at the moment, and we seem to be doing that. So yeah, if you actually haven't got any of the stuff bubble to like the Legendary Edition races and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's discounted right now.
Indeed.
Subtle plug while it's filling in here.
The mother-in-law is now out for the rest of this game. So that is actually a big loss.
Right,
And the
foul
ex-girlfriend, foul appearance, re-rolled.
I think he's trying to free up the rotor to be able to foul the chainsaw maybe. Because that reroll feels a bit greedy.
That's at least 2 GFIs to get there, but I assume that's the plan here. But the reroll gone? Nope, hang on. That beast is just away.
Oh, it's got 5 movement. I wondered why it moves so far.
Why does it keep on going?
Nocturnal, thank you very much for the subscription with Twitch Prime. And down goes Smalls like Team Spirit.
Team Spirit. Oh, God!
Another regen, though, for Stouticus. This is not going to last. Like, this half is going to be good for metal, but next half, with losing an Nurgle Warrior and like Stouticus not taking any damage, that has to feel annoying.
This is brutal. There is going to be a foul on Max as well.
The problem we have here is how do we protect the ball?
Yeah.
I don't think we need... There's nothing to protect it from anymore.
Well, there is Donut in a hole.
Donut in a hole in the
it quite
background.
well from behind.
That's a very good point, actually.
Missed him. He's definitely going to have...
He may actually dodge through this
ball.
gap here and hide behind the beast.
He probably will. That's probably the best option.
Although, having said that, it's still just a 3+ for the wrestle tackle to get out.
Well, if you go far enough, then... Yeah, if you go like here and cover up with the rotor, then he needs GFIs as
But
well.
if the rotor's going to foul, the rotor might not be there to cover up.
Well, he's
The
not
rotor's not
covering
there to
up.
cover up because the way he stood.
Chainsaw taking a boot to the face.
Max is stunned and
Fine.
it's a send-off.
First removal for Max with
Well done, Max.
the face.
Definitely worth the money now.
So it's now 6-a-side. But the ball is loose.
Well, it's still in the hands of a blodger, and it's not an easy hit for any
Powers happen,
tackle.
Gerber. You know this. Powers happen.
Yes, but
Will we see
double
one now?
pushes happen off more.
Reroll, definitely.
I'd re-roll that.
You-
You definitely reroll that. It's like one of the few chances you're going to hit this goddamn player.
It's going to be double skulls.
Oh, no, he just takes it.
I don't like that. I would definitely reroll that. Because this is accepting that metal is going to score, and we see failed dodge.
Ah, he's wanting to move the
Well,
the
the thing is,
tackle in. That doesn't
like-
help.
like, even if you mark the ball here, the Juggernaut Pestigore could just go there.
2 dice uphill on the ex-wife.
That was
Cheeky!
very brave.
That's what you get.
A swift slap from the ex-wife, and cannoli as you are is gone.
Well, With
Oh,
the best,
boy.
like with the Beast of Nurgle having both block and stand firm, I think that was just insane. Like, you were better off dodging from tentacles there if you
this
wanted
is
to
ex-
protect yourself.
This is exactly what you expect from a Nurgle mirror. It's just
Just death.
remove
Blood
those
for the blood
everywhere.
Papa Nurgle loves you all. Let's all have a big hug.
Now we might see Metal using Juggernaut here against the Wrestle player. She's going to be very good at knocking him down.
Interestingly, the loner is one of the few to survive this relatively intact.
One of them. The other one, not so much.
And also the chainsaw, incredibly, despite taking a foul and a boot to the face from Claw Mighty Blow.
And rolling a 1 on a chainsaw.
What a weird game.
Nope, we're blitzing with boxers from your mum.
Interesting.
He's going in for the assist to the Nurgle Warrior, maybe. No,
Nope,
he's
he's
just going back.
Running
He's
over
gonna,
there.
he's gonna screen off with sorts from your wife, so that the 3+ dodge can't happen as easy.
Yeah, so Sedge Boy, all apple pies was knocked out on turn 2, but there's a babe in play. He might be back. Oh, foul appearance, saving. Black
Well,
Hole
it was a
Sunday.
1 dice to there. It could have been a skull instead.
I don't know. That's a 4+, 3+ to get a hit with tackle on the ball. I think I'd do that.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, even if you knock it down, Metal most likely is just going to stand up, pick it up, and kill the guy. Kill
What?
your
yeah,
wrestle
but
guy.
you're gonna kill him anyway if he doesn't do that. So
Well,
What
you can
if
run away. Like, you can dodge out to assist the block
Chainsaw can
Nurgle Warrior.
reach, but
No, you cannot blitz it. You need a movement to blitz with
yeah,
chainsaw.
You can't do it. It's also tentacles on the chainsaw.
otherwise known as a bad idea.
It would be what would be known as a T-play.
Yeah, like, oh, I'll try to blitz with tentacles. Well, I'm dead. Like, that chainsaw is
The chainsaw's
incredibly
not gonna
happy on
stand
the
up.
floor. Like, it's about as happy as it can be standing on the floor.
I'm actually
Sitting on the
surprised that Stouticus doesn't just... No, he's gonna blitz with the chainsaw and roll a 1. Oh no,
Uh-oh.
Max. It's
It's alright! What is this Max made of? Where do I get Maxes like this?
Well, this still means that pretty much all of the Nurgle from Stouticus are
Shari
going
the
to
Stinker. That's another KO.
That baby is going to need to do some work.
Now the question will become, should he have bought 2? Although, theoretically, he will get 2 attempts at this.
Yeah, it's because it's Metal's drive, he should be rather good. Especially because he still had a bench. Metal didn't get much injuries. It's only KOs.
Boxer from your mum just moves away and is now out of range of the wrestle tackle. Superfed's now hosting, which suggests that the other game is over remarkably bloody quickly.
Yeah, we have a lot of fast-playing coaches in the playoffs, and it definitely shows. Because I definitely know Gengar is one of them, and I'm one of them.
Now down goes Black Hole Sunday.
Uh-oh.
It's another KO.
Another KO.
So there's only 2 left on the field, and one of them is the Chainsaw, who's now taken 4 hits and refuses to be removed. Oh, there's 3 left on the field.
Yeah. Did he blitz this turn? I think he could have blitzed with the Beast of Nurgle.
We're going to have a hit. Sucked from the wife. Oh, there.
Yeah, that means you're getting a hit in return.
Yeah, dodging away from that is sensible.
Well, it's not like Metal is going to blitz not that guy.
Yeah, leave the rest on the floor. Well, you don't have a choice with Max. But there's 3 bribes in play for those who joined us from Superfeds. We got 3 bribes, 1 babe, and a bunch of stuff on the sideline.
Yeah. The hope for Metal is that the KO rolls, at least the first one, are pretty bad, and they force Max onto the field, so he eats a second bribe.
Yeah. At the moment, there's only 1 permanent removal, which is the dead loner, but Metal can fairly comfortably set up a 3-dice hit with a
Well,
reroll.
Metal tanked 3 removals on his side. He's close to actually losing his bench.
There is the 3-dice hit. There is a pow on Donut in a hole.
Uh-oh. Oh my
Another
god.
regen.
In again.
That, like, Metal had one shot at region on a very important player and failed, and he injured 3 positionals, but it just didn't connect with the region.
Stouticus might not actually be in a bad spot here. I mean, he's about to be 1-0 down, that's for damn sure, but
He's gonna
with the
get some-
babe and all of these KO rolls, in goes Boxer from your mum, and that's
Do a lot
one
of
there.
grabs. I love it. Yeah, exactly. One card's on a loner at the end of the defensive drive. That's just... For Stouticus in the position that he's in, that's just ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll soon see. One babe in play.
And Metal lost quite a good Nurgle Warrior, and he's starting to lose his bench as well.
Both of Metal's KOs come back, which is very useful for him. Now, these are important rolls for Stouticus, and...
If he fails too many, he might need to waste another bribe on the chainsaw.
3 come back. And that isn't enough to leave Max on the sideline.
Yeah, that means Max is...
Oh, and a bribe fails.
That means Max eats all the bribes.
Well, the plan was for Max to eat all the bribes.
Yeah, but
this
he
isn't a
wasn't...
positive. He hasn't fouled anything yet.
Now,
Well, he did remove a guy with the face.
the good thing here, though, is that it's still turn 8 for Stouticus. Stouticus gets the LOS block, so he could actually remove some of these rotters with his Claw Mighty Blow and whatever other stuff he's got. He could also use a chainsaw and maybe get rid of one of them that way.
Yeah, Metal only has one on the bench. If he can find permanent removals here.
Yeah. Things are looking good.
All Apple Pies are still knocked out, because of course he rolled a 1.
Who else?
I mean,
He did roll a 1.
there's the other chance of that, because of the babe as well, that if it's turn 8, then these two might come back. So then we might have them all back, and we've got some bench. So if overtime is a thing, then we might have some bench for overtime.
No. But he's definitely not happy with wasting all of his bribes so early. And pretty much not doing anything yet with the Max.
A rotter casualty and a KO might not be too bad for Stouticus at all here.
Well, it's not that simple to get them. Especially because he sort of cannot commit to a foul.
It has been in this game so far.
And getting rid of the Nurgle Warrior on Metal side, that actually puts it to 3 Nurgle Warriors for free.
So here comes the kick. And we have a reroll for Metal, who will not get to use it.
Very useful. He's definitely going to get a usage for those last 2 rerolls.
Metal does have the +1 fame. But there's a double pow on Macedonia. Former Dark Elf.
Oh, that's what you're looking for.
As what?
A knockout. But he might come back.
Might come back.
There's another pow. Not
3 days
in that
from
side.
Mighty Blow, surely.
I think you're right. There's a
There you go.
pow from S'mores Like Teen Spirit. And there is an injury. Well, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. 1 KO and 1 casualty.
Now, if that KO doesn't come back, Metal's 1 player down going into his defense.
Now do you foul?
Well, Metal might be equal, assuming both KOs fail on Stouticus and the
Okay.
bribe fails for Max.
Do you gang foul with a loner instead of the chainsaw because you've got such a big foul anyway?
Well, yeah, you don't use the chainsaw because the chainsaw is more likely to remove himself because he can roll a 1 and kill himself. And if you do need to, if you do get the send-off, there is no way to keep him for next half. But the send-off here can be pretty bad for Stouticus actually. Because if he doesn't get those KOs, he will be down to 10 as well. And there is also the chance that Max fails another bribe. And even if 1 KO come back, he's down.
Here comes the loner. Maximum gang foul produces an injury.
That means Metal is...
With no send-off.
That means that unless Stouticus fails the bribe and both of his KOs, Metal is going to be possibly 2 men down.
So that technically count as a death.
No.
Damn.
Not really dead.
Pass on the pass to go. And there's an SPP for him. And it's half-time. 1-0 to Metal, but it's not all going his own way.
And those regions working for Stouticus are definitely doing some work. Especially when Metal failed, like the only region he got to roll, and it was such an important one.
Metal's KO stays out.
Stays out. What the KOs for Stouticus?
All Apple
One
Pies
breaks down.
stays out because
That's
he rolled
good
a
for
1 again.
Stouticus.
Yeah. Well, a KO coming back means that even if Max flops another bribe, he's still going to be at 11, which is really good for Stouticus.
Bribe is a 6 this time. All Apple Pies rolls another 1 on the wake-up roll. That's 2 of them now. I mean, it's not like we don't know what we're talking about, is it? Metal now having to commit a Pestigore to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he's
And a
going
Nurgle
to
Warrior.
Yeah,
Doesn't have many players at all here.
he is 2 men down, I believe.
Yeah,
9
11
players
versus
to
9. Stouticus to receive the ball and take some LOS hits.
Now, Stouticus getting a lot of key injuries on rotors, and Metal just not only rolling those KOs, which are not very useful against the Babe.
The regens that Stouticus got just helps so goddamn much.
Like, with a Babe, Metal rolled like 5 KOs and 3 injuries, but all the injuries regen, and with a Babe, all of the KOs were going to come back. Like, if the regen did not work for Stouticus, this could have, and the Babe didn't do as good of a job, this could have been, like, Metal being 3 men up instead.
The interesting thing is that even with 2 Bloodwiser Babes, All Apple Pies would have failed to get up.
Well, he's special.
He's the mascot.
Remember that we were talking about it before the game. The winner of this match rolls into 2040 Nurgle. And we get to do it all over again.
Well, no permanent damage, at least on important pieces, as of yet, so they should both still be equipped to deal with another Nurgle team.
When is All Apple Pies going to get his P45 and be fired from this team?
When he gets blocked.
You can't ever get block lying down over there.
MVP.
I don't think it's deserved.
Well, it's never deserved. Unless Griff Oberwall gets it, then it's deserved.
A blitz.
What?
And a short kick
When
too.
But that's the worst position for a short kick, because there is a wall of Nurgle in the way. And
Just give
in
Metal a
theory,
free Claw Mighty Blow hit.
in theory, Metal can attempt to pick up that ball, but that's going to be a lot of dice that he's never
GFI
going to take.
involved, though.
Knocks down the
You
Claw
see-
Mighty Blow.
Claw action. And only a stun, but that stun means no Claw Mighty Blow for the first turn on drive. And that's a Nurgle Warrior stun, so we can go very aggressive to counter this LOS. Especially because both guard pieces are very much locked down, committed to the middle.
It is literally exactly what Metal needed.
This is what you need to get back into this game.
If you can put some pressure with that straight ball as well, there is no short because so he's going to commit a lot of players just to be safe in a cage, because otherwise the RG5 can always pick up the ball if it's on the floor, unless he rolls double ones. I mean, like, Slice on chat is not wrong. He is, like, if I was playing in a Nurgle mirror, I would definitely not want to wake up to get Claw Mighty Blow to the face. And we
First.
see a push on a rotor.
Rotter survives.
And I don't think we are going to see that Beast of Nurgle hit until very much later into the turn, because a 1 in 9 here would very much spell your end.
Like that.
There's a 1 in 9.
Yeah.
Not
Just to remind Stouticus.
a good start
Don't
for
want-
Grungy Desserts here for the second half. They're on the back foot a bit.
Yeah, Blitz is always a very powerful event. It's especially with that stun on one of the warriors. That's a lot of strength gone, and your main damaging tool. And we see a 1 in 9 from the rotor. Reroll is good, but now the pickup is like, it's even with RG4. It's 1 in 6 to fail it, and just have the RG5 go there, scoop it up, and like run away with it.
Here comes that pickup.
It's alright.
That had to be
5.
scary.
That was quite spooky, yeah.
Again, there's just nothing we can foul with that chainsaw because we just can't knock anything over near it.
Yeah, like this is a weird game where if you knocked something down, you are either killing him or you don't care about it enough to foul it.
Hasn't blitzed. Might we see a max blitz?
That's risky because no matter where you blitz, he's going to pretty much give up a hit for free in return. Because there is no safe like unless you blitz the Beast of Nurgle. But that sounds
Like it needs a GFI.
Yeah.
It's an extra 2+.
Yeah, it's 3 2+s with disturbing with foul appearance as well. Do you really want to risk that? Because if you fail anything, you're getting Mighty Blow to the face every time. This is very awkward for Stouticus because he wants to be safer, but he can't really get anyone free.
I mean, he has a potential 1 dice on the Beast of Nurgle with the rest of the... Oh,
The Beast of Nurgle, classic Beast of Nurgle goes stupid, and that...
That's awful
Very,
time for
really
it.
that means Max has to stay there.
Max is going to blitz. And hit himself
my
again!
God.
Well, Max is going to get hit in the face in return for that. And we might even be able to open a path onto the ball here. Because if you get Max out of the way and the strength for Festigo out of the way, there will be a gap there when the Beast is stupid.
That was an absolutely appalling turn.
That went very wrong. It reminds a bit of Metal's first
How many 1 in 9s happened on that turn?
More than enough. Yeah, if it's a knockdown here on Max, there is definitely a chance to hit the ball with the strip ball.
Max Spleen Ripper is still yet to correctly use his chainsaw. We await eagerly.
Now, the good thing for Max here is the Nurgle Warrior with guard supports him to make that 2 dice a little bit tougher to achieve.
I think we're going to go for the Nurgle Warrior on the end of the line here.
Goes for the safe play. He
for
wants
even
that
fun.
guard out of the way and possibly removed.
He considered a reroll there, but
Now with
Nothing
overtime,
doing.
I understand not taking it.
Oh,
And another
Max.
knockdown on Max.
He's fine.
Max, at the
fine.
very least, is a tough old cookie.
Like, Max survived 2 hits from himself, a foul, and like 3 hits from other stuff.
It's a machine. It's an absolute unit.
Well, he's not very good at his actual job, but he's good at
Yes.
tanking hits.
He actually doesn't have a chainsaw. That chainsaw is made out of plastic, and he's just a regular armor 8 dude. We all failed to figure it out.
It's not Max Spleen Ripper, it's just a LARPer who's pretending to be a guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Stouticus is in all sorts of trouble here, despite a supposed numbers advantage.
Yeah, like 2 stuns pretty much nullifies that number advantage, and Metal definitely has the stronger team still with having a Strength 5 Nurgle Warrior. And he is quite effectively locking down the Beast of Nurgle as well from Stouticus. This is going to be a scary turn. Oh, I like that position of the Juggernaut. That means the block warrior cannot just block the Rotter 2 dice to try and free up the guard.
Nope, but the guard can come in, and he does actually give up a hit on that Juggernaut player.
Yeah, but I think Metal is okay with forcing Stouticus.
Oh, a removal!
With KO. Hammered Bridesmaids getting hammered.
That means we're actually up by 3, technically, in terms of bodies on the pitch.
Well, the problem is that the Beast of Nurgle is very much stuck for
Socks
this.
and the wife taking a hit.
Oh!
And it's KO too!
Ooh,
Metal's in trouble.
that no mighty blow for 2 KOs. That was really
Thick
good for
Skull
Stouticus.
would have saved Socks from the wife, so maybe you should have picked that up instead of stand for.
And it would have saved the rotor as well. Should have played dwarves.
So we're back to square one.
Well, it's still going to be quite difficult to protect the ball here. We are not out of the woods yet.
Needs to activate that beast.
Well, he's questioning, does he take a block here because on display?
Thick skull meta.
He activates but does not block. I wonder if he's
Safe
considering a
offside.
2 GFI blitz here with Cannoli as you are.
I think he wants to move the ball first.
Well, as of now, he's very much looking into overtime. So I don't think you really want to risk 2 GFIs, which failing is quite bad. Because you still cannot reroll things. Because just with the RG5, Metal can attempt a quick score.
He is going for it. 2 GFIs. Foul
He will
appearance.
fail the foul appearance. I don't think we can see a reroll here. Which means that he's going to need to tank a hit.
You've really thought about it. Do we just try and dodge out Shari the Stinker here? No.
At the very least, it does actually just put that Nurgle Warrior into that line of players. And the Beast
Well,
of
the
Nurgle
problem
is
is-
active. So at best, that hit in return is a 1... Well, it's not even a 1 dice because of that Nurgle Warrior there.
Well, it can be a 2 dice. Yeah, if he moves another guard in. And he can
Gelato be
definitely
wrong!
do that.
He's
SKO.
knocked out.
Metal keeping beat with the numbers. He needs another one to return to the position from last turn.
Like, this game now is almost certainly overtime unless something goes horribly wrong for Stouticus.
Metal does
Oh,
commit.
man, he re-rolls it.
That was
Not
greedy.
finding a knockdown. It was definitely greedy, but that's the only scary player on the field from Stouticus.
That's
Unless-
kind of the way Metal sometimes plays with this team, is he will greed re-roll those type of blocks.
Oh, and
Shari
you
the
see,
Stinker getting killed too.
evening it back to only 2 men down for Metal, but both Max and the Rotor are not in a good spot. This is getting awkward for Stouticus. Could he, like, unlike Metal, he also needs to protect the ball here, which means maybe he has 2 men up, but with 2 players being out of position, one of them being forced to hold the ball, and at least one guy being forced to protect the ball, he's actually on practically in the fight, very much outmanned.
That piece of Nurgle is in no man's land.
Yeah.
In a turn, you'll be back in it.
The big thing is it's screening off a side, so there is no option to go crazy and try to break there.
Piece of
Piece of
Nurgle gets
Nurgle.
up. Is this going to be a chainsaw blitz? Surely not. Surely he's going to bring Cannoli as you are round to blitz the Claw Mighty Blow Strength 5 on the end.
Well, you need an assist to do that, because he's strength 5. You need another assist alongside the one you already have, because the guard is in the bad spot here. And you're not going to blitz anything from the center there when there is 3 guard stuck on each other,
Max is up. For now.
ready to take a hit.
He's going to provide that assist.
I thought that was the one he was going to use. He would use Sponge Cake Man to provide that assist. or
Claw
something.
Mighty
That
Blow
is all
onto Claw Mighty Blow.
Ooh, that's really bad. He commits the
rerolls that.
reroll. I don't know if I like that.
Rewarded.
What we do.
I like the look of it now. That's a KO.
Massively, massively rewarded.
Metal can't get a break. Like every time Metal tries to try to get that edge with a reroll or something, he just gets the push. And Stouticus has been getting very good removals on these Nurgle War, alongside those regions to even have them for this half. But still, it's not an easy spot for him, because once again, Metal can still put up the pressure for next turn.
Okay, that seems to have protected the ball carrier a little bit more from the wrestle strip play. Although it is opening it up to if he wants to use agility 5 to go into this.
There's a handoff
This
coming
is-
here. Is there? No.
No, you don't hand off in
There's
the
a
middle of
pow
this thing.
on the ex-girlfriend.
I'm not sure about that follow-up, because that means the ex-girlfriend can just blitz you and hit you from the ground with no GFIs. And Metal is very likely to do that, with the ex-girlfriend being the only claw mighty blow left on the pitch.
The problem I see is with one GFI with the
That's
ex-wife.
exactly what happened in foul appearance.
But
Metal,
it wasn't a GFI.
Metal is not tempted.
Yeah. But with one GFI, if he was willing to roll that dice, with the Beast of Nurgle, he could put it on 3 players. Although it would be going straight into Claw Mighty Blow.
He's got plus movement.
Well, the thing is, on its own, the Beast Nurgle is not enough to win a brawl.
That gives
I
him
think
his-
it's...
Does that give him a hit on
can-
max? Not quite. He's giving
No,
up the field here.
If he used the wrestle guy to GFI and assist a hit on the rotor with the mighty blow and followed it up, then it would be a 2 dice on max.
I think he's just going for trying to get damage now and just letting Stouticus score.
Well, that means Max is definitely not the guy you try to hit, because he goes out anyway. There is no more bribes in play, and he's not taking...
Max has a
it was-
potential free hit on the Agi 5 here.
He's gonna blitz something else like the wrestle strip
Well,
or
yeah, I think the blitz with the claw mighty blow is more consistent than Max.
But Max has been hopeless. So yes.
Yeah, like, Max going to roll another one and not even break his own armor because he has a plastic chainsaw. Yeah, Metal kinda wants the overtime now because he's going to get 2 KO rolls back. So most likely some of his KOs will come back and he will be able to restart this drive. He really hopes to get a removal or 2 on a good player.
Russell Strip takes a knockdown from Cannoli as you are.
just a stun.
Well, wonderfully, it's a stun. We've not seen many of them, have we?
Unless it was on Max. We have seen a lot of them on Max.
There's something truly evil about letting a team score so you can beat on them more. Yeah, it would also give the LOS block, wouldn't it? If it depends on any scores.
Max
He's just
is
going to
a
mark.
Brave boy.
Well, he is strength 4, so not the easiest hit for the Agi5. The problem is that the Agi5 can just... Metal is not willing to for that.
Or just going to dodge him out.
Now, will the Beast of Nurgle activate?
Can go very poorly.
Yes.
Going to go right into that Barney.
That follow is not a good idea. That follow
yeah,
is
like-
not a good idea.
Now you're on Claw Mighty Blow and enough guard to just get hit immediately, and you don't have the players to
Oh,
move.
that's even
Don't
worse.
re-roll it. Oh.
We might have an option to pressure the ball with one of those Nurgle Warriors now, because he freed up, and alongside the tackle.
Instant click on him. And he's injured.
This time, no regen.
It's not going to save you twice. And that's
Punished.
good time for Metal. Metal has 4 players not moving yet, but he can commit 3 of them to pressure the ball quite hard here.
He's going to go for the chainsaw, is he?
He is, but
Doesn't
get
actually
the
bring him
knockdown.
down.
He doesn't have block.
Can't follow that.
If only he knew that block is a good skill.
Double pow from the ex-wife.
Yeah, I'm not sure about blitzing the chainsaw, because you could just dodge away, and the chainsaw is not scary because it goes away next half anyway. But it seems Metal is just
He's protecting
committing.
the Agi 5. He's given up
Guys.
the goal entirely.
I could have tried to pressure here with, like, instead of blitzing Max, he could have blitzed the strip baller of Stouticus and then pushed the Agi5, the strip baller, and like the mighty blow tackle and the Nurgle ward to try and pressure the ball. But he's just going to try and get more damage.
This one is going to go overtime, and we're now down a Beast of Nurgle for Grungy Desserts.
Yep.
There was only one Claw Mighty Blow on each side right now.
Also, an interesting fact with Max always leaving the field and that injury, that means Stouticus no longer has a bench. So any KO fails, all apple pies, for example, that means he's going to be also down on main. And if Metal can get more removals here, Metal might be able to bring it even for next half in the overtime, especially because
Coin
he's
toss is
going to
be
get
massive.
yes. But Metal is also going to get 3 LOS blocks here after Stouticus scores, and possibly
He
having
didn't
more.
blitz with Cannoli as you are.
He's going to chainsaw the Agi5.
I would have liked to chainsaw foul the strip ball.
No, he's going downtown to hit the Agi5.
That's going to need a power, and he doesn't get it. I would definitely just hit with the chainsaw if your target is the Agi5.
If he found the POW, the plan was to then chainsaw him down.
Yeah, but finding the POW is a 30% play.
Chainsaw foul Beosprings.
And like, the thing is, this is not locking the Agi5 there. If the Agi5 wants, he can just like say goodbye and walk away like there is no tackle zones.
Claw versus Claw coming in.
Yep.
Potentially in a moment. No, he's locked down actually, so...
Well, he can free up Metal can free up his claw to blitz the other claw. Yeah, and he's going for it.
What he's doing. Could have chainsawed the Rackle. That's what I was wanting to see happen, Bleeding Hippie. And now, because of what we've done there last turn, Stouticus has given up
Gets
a hit
the POW,
on
clone,
Cannoli.
An injury here will be huge for Metal.
It's KO.
That might be good enough, but there is a babe in play and 2 KO.
That was a catastrophic misplay
Yeah,
there.
and Boxer from your mom's just doesn't care. He's Agi5. He's playing a completely different game to anyone else here.
He thinks it's an elf.
Yeah. Well,
Again, you could take one GFI to chainsaw it.
The problem is now,
Well-
how much longer can we stall for?
Well, Metal is not pressuring. If Metal brought the tackle guy forward to try and pressure the score,
Ooh,
I
now,
think he could have been
actually,
able.
he has left Agi5 in range of wrestle tackle, and then the chainsaw's in range of that. But nope, he's
No,
going to
just
blitz
going to
the
beat with the chain.
Beast of Nurgle. Oh, and a
get the
knockout!
KO!
Who's that? And what have they done with Max Spleen Ripper?
Okay.
You know what? That's a big removal, actually, if it stays.
The chaos are going to be so big for both sides here. Now, a possible problem for Stouticus is that if Metal really wants, he try to blitz the ball to force a score here, which gives him 2 turns,
I think-
which is enough to actually score.
Does he need to dodge his block guard Nurgle Warrior here?
Yes. The
Yeah,
floor
it's
does
better
not
than-
have Almighty Blow. No!
Well,
No!
That's
we
bad.
very much might see Metal just taking that Claw Mighty Blow and then playing for the try to force the score or getting the power.
Oh, double skull!
Into a 1-9. That's a reroll for Metal. I might have tanked that. Double skull there.
The way, Andy Darvo's just thrown us a 153 viewer host, so Andy and Zong, thank you!
Ooh,
No, never mind, we got rid of
even
it.
plan. Goes down.
Well, if we had Claw Mighty Blow, we would have cased him.
If only.
If only.
Oof.
This is the Nurgle Gurgle, as we're calling it, in the REBBL Playoffs, and it is a bloody one.
And that
We've
five
got casualties as
runs
far as the eye
away.
can see.
95 running away very effectively there. And we see the wrestle tackle following him up. I would like to see Metal go aggressive with that wrestle tackle to try and force the score early.
For those just joining, Max Spleen Ripper has hit himself in the face, is it 3 times?
3
Twice.
times.
He's taken 3 hits and only been stunned. And he's also taken a foul and actually managed to remove an opposition player in that foul. It's incredible that he's still here.
We
Well,
chainsaw that,
He got
right?
fouled.
He's also burned through 3 bribes and is yet to actually foul anything.
Yeah. 0 foul.
However, here comes a blitz.
That's more like it. You kinda don't want to hit him, because he's going off next turn anyway.
Max tried to take the ex-girlfriend from behind there, and
I beg your pardon?
it didn't quite work out.
I mean, that's why it's the ex-girlfriend, Harmsworth.
Who were?
Because it didn't quite work out.
Yeah. He's giving up a claw mighty blow hit on that rotor. I don't like Metal starting with hitting Max.
Max survives
Like,
again.
This block didn't matter, even if it killed Max, Max would still leave the pitch next turn, because there is no more bribes.
Kurgeroy is fine, for now. And we're now going to have... I don't know why we're targeting Max, he's about to be sent off.
Oh no! He got wrestled, he's fine!
He could...
I'm really confused.
Oh no,
by
the
it.
chainsaw's gonna be here forever!
No, he's getting sent off next turn.
No, the noise.
Oh.
Touchdown for Grungy Desserts.
That's going to overtime. Who would have expected that?
Movement 6-1 turn, go.
Imagine my shock. Or cheerleaders!
Oh god,
Oh,
the chainsaw.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to quit this replay and come back. Will that work?
What are you trying?
That should.
Anyway, let's see these KO rolls first as we hear a... Oh, that's a lot for Metal.
No, and not very much for Stouticus, considering the babe, and of course.
All apple pies still stays on the floor. That's his third KO roll. And he has rolled a 1
Well, the thing
on
is now...
all of them.
He rolled a 2.
He got a 2 that time. Well, he's on the up. Oh, hang on.
Now,
Max being sent off means we are back to blissful silence.
oh,
No, I can still hear it. I just hear
can't.
it more over where he's sent off.
Oh, hang on.
It's
If I go over there...
locational. Yeah. Oh. It's fine over this side of the pitch. You go over there and it's just...
All apple pies remains knocked out. He's rolled a 1, a 1, and
Well-
a 2 on KO rolls with a babe in play.
But now Stouticus doesn't have a bench either from the injuries and the send-off. So with all apple pies pretty much never waking up, he's going to be 1 down at least for next half, for the overtime half. So some good removals here for Metal when he has 2 claw mighty blows still. Like Metal could go up like 2-3 men, despite being on starting last half on 9. So this can go very poorly for Stouticus with a few injuries. Also, he's
Oh,
giving
for
up a
God's
free
sake,
hit
that
on a
noise.
Nurgle Gurgle.
An extra
Oh,
reroll
it's-
for Metal is very, very good news for him.
Yep. Also, Stouticus not playing around the turn 16. There is a hit on the guard Nurgle Ward for free. So that might be a very high profile removal if he
There
manages
we
to get
go.
it. But he rolls the both downs.
When we
They
go
all
to
do it
overtime,
by the
I
apple
will
pie.
quit the replay and come back in so we can get rid of that chainsaw noise, hopefully.
Wow.
Nothing doing so far.
Yeah, Metal really needed some removals there.
I can suffer the noise, it's fine, so I'll say it and then make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
They all survive.
That's not ideal for Metal. He does get an attempt at a pass to make sure Boxer from your mom
Iron
never
Addict.
reaches legend.
Iron Addict wants the saw noise to stay.
Are you a lunatic?
Probably.
Another SPP. And is celebrated by Max Spleen Ripper. All Apple Pies has failed to get up.
Also, Gelato Me Wrong fails to get up. Because we do see a preview of the dice, and Metal gets his KO
Yeah,
back.
gets his back.
That means Metal is
Shut up,
outnumbered.
Max! Turn it off!
All Apple Pies has had 4 chances to roll a 3+.
Well, he never gets those on blocks, so why would he make it KO?
And who gets the toss?
Metal gets the
Metal
top.
gets the toss.
Well, that's game, isn't it?
This looks like Metal now surprisingly has both the numbers and the ball.
Right. We're
And the
temporarily
reroll.
quitting to get rid of that chainsaw bug.
Well, it's better than having the max card stuck on the screen forever.
Stupid thing. All Apple Pies is the worst player of all time, ever, says Nocturnal. And I don't think anyone can really argue that point.
Big Al. Big Al can argue that to the bank.
Interestingly, has there now been as many Big Al's as there has been Fast and Furious films?
We're getting there. We're up to number 6.
Number 6 is dead.
Oh, we're up to number 7.
Right, let me just check. Blissful silence.
Oh my god.
This is looking very...
What?
Oh no! This is not looking... Well, this is still looking very grim for Stouticus, but slightly less now. But still very grim. But he can definitely put a lot of pressure on the right side here, which is Metal's weak side.
I reckon we're going to see him blitz.
The next Big Al is...
Oh wait, you didn't see the kickoff yet?
We didn't see the kickoff yet, but now we did. It's a blitz.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you would have been live.
Well, no, we jumped out and came back in, didn't we?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. But like, Stouticus has a chance here to pressure the right side, and Metal pretty much committed all of his spare players to the left. So this blitz is possibly very strong if Stouticus is willing to commit. But right now it seems like he's not.
The replacement Big Al will be Big Al Electric Boogaloo. For some odd reason, King of the Cosmos tried to call me on Discord.
What?
I'm not sure why he's doing that.
Answer him and check what he wants. And RG5 does blitz.
Ooh, hello.
The rest attacker and gets him down.
I think you'll find that's only Agi 4.
Well,
Oh, hello.
Using
There you go! Unbelievable, Jeff.
That is a big old removal, actually.
Now that even weakens this side for Metal more. Metal is really regretting for putting like a Rotter and the two Nurgle Warriors completely committed
hello.
to the other
This
side.
is Rowdy.
This is Rowdy. He's getting surfed!
He is very likely getting self.
You've got to mark him, surely. You've got to mark the Surfer up right now.
He can't! The Nurgle Warrior is too slow. You need to dodge. Like, the only way to do that is to dodge from the Beast of Nurgle into 2 tackle zone. Which is possible, but very unlikely.
I mean,
Because that's a 6+ dodge.
either way, is he just going to casually pick up the ball here? Donut in a hole has put himself in a hole right now.
Yeah, like, Metal very might just, like, surf this dude, pick up the ball, pass to a Rotter on the other side and not care. Like, if that happens and Stouticus is out of it, he could have been one to the left here as well.
Easily could have moved in a square and not been in surfing.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Ooh. Oh, we can't surf him without scattering the ball now.
That is just nonsense!
Oh no.
Well,
I still think you
well.
surf here. I still think you want to scatter the ball here, because this is a GFI to pick up with boxers from your mom, and it's very likely going to be very bad, even if you pick up, because no one can protect there. So you kind of want to scatter
crowd
the
could
ball.
just throw this straight into the middle of Stout. He's going to surf him.
It's
But
another
the thing is,
unbelievable
like,
chance.
if it goes to
No,
the
he's
middle
not.
of Stouticus' speech, you can go and pressure that.
Pseudo surf. Oh no, it's a stop.
Actually, Metal can still screen here, surprisingly, with the Rotter Hammer Red Bridesmaid. Hammered Bridesmaid. Yeah, English is hard.
GFI and a pickup from the Agi5. His Agi5 could just wang this to the far side.
Well, there is an intercept right now, and it's still a difficult pass and a difficult catch because of disturbing presence.
Intercepts never happen, do they?
And we've never seen one, ever.
Oh, right. King of the Cosmos is my World Cup qualifier for him. Oh dear.
That is an injury. MNG for the loner, doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's alone.
Counts to the death.
I would like to see Metal take the GFI with his Rotter.
Yeah, because there's an
complete
Agi4
screen.
dodge who can surf the ball carrier right now, right?
Yeah, well, right now he doesn't need a dodge, you can just do it.
I'm assuming Metal is going to set up a situation where he has to dodge, but honestly, I'd probably just chuck those dice.
It's a 1 dice.
Well, maybe the plan is
Or
to
is it
try
2
and...
dice?
Well, it can
Maybe
make
he
it 2
can-
dice easily, because the Nurgle Warrior can just mark up the Pestigal.
Well, I think Metal is trying to get the Beast of Nurgle free to just base that
It's
Pestigore
movement
up.
3, it requires a GFI.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is movement 3.
It's
Oh!
beat the GFIs.
Makes this.
Oh, he fails the second one!
Why would you just take a second GFI there? You could have just freed up the Beast of Nurgle to base him.
RG5 is getting served, surely.
Actually, you know what's even good? It's actually not a problem, him sitting there. He's in the way. He's either got to dodge through, risk the 136, or he's got to use GFI.
That's still an easy serve in the end of the day. Like, Metal could have just taken one GFI, blocked the Nurgle Warrior with the Pestigore on the LOS, and just moved the Beast of Nurgle there to mark the RG4 Pestigore.
Are you willing to take the GFI with Black Hole Sunday?
To get the surf? Hell yeah.
Probably.
He makes it.
He makes it on a 2.
Now here comes the surf attempt.
Well, the problem is most scatters are definitely going to be in favor of Metal.
But it
Stouticus
gets rid of the
only has-
RG5. I don't.
Yeah, but
we'll worry about the other problems later, Gerber.
Well, Metal
him in
is
the crowd.
okay if he wins the game, but the RG5 dies.
Well, the RG5 is off the field, and that is fantastic for Stouticus. He can grab that.
He could, but he could not protect it. And he could not pass it because disturbing presence.
Got to reload my, well, Bobble decided to crash on me. Brilliant.
Oh, it's a 1 from Sponge Cake Man, and he's going to
Let's
reroll
reroll.
it.
He gets it, but this is not an easy ball to protect.
You run backwards. You run all the way backwards.
Well, still, Granny's knitted sweaters can definitely hit you unless you GFI. And if you GFI, you're crazy.
This is all over the place. But Stouticus has a scoring threat on the next turn.
But how do you get the ball there with disturbing presence from Metal?
I don't know.
Like, also,
Magic. That's
like
how you do it.
now Metal can just bring... Like, if Metal gets a knockdown with the Strength 5 Warrior on the other Warrior, not only has a shot on the ball, he can bring the Beast over to mark the scoring threat.
Now that hasn't knocked over
But that's...
yet.
Well, he could have... Yeah, he has a follow-up here. And that's a knockover. The Beast of Nurgle has a shot here to just mark this, then make it very difficult for Stouticus. And there is even a surf here on the scoring threat if he doesn't want to blitz the ball. If he blitzes with the rotter into...
No, that's not a blitz.
That's a mark. Which makes that tougher.
Here
Who
comes
is
that
going to blitz the ball? I would like to see the Beast of Nurgle moving first.
Oh.
Do you take the both down?
No, is the
You
answer.
don't.
But you don't
Yeah,
re-roll it either, which is interesting.
I think Metal should have moved his Warrior and Beast of Nurgle first, because if he did, taking the both down there could have been very good. Because there's no way you can, like, it forces a pickup from Stouticus with no reroll, and he doesn't have the movement to get a good pass.
Oh, there's a GFI. This is high stress.
Oh, he's going for the 1 dice here.
Into a 2.
He very much wants to make sure that the Pestigore is just out of range of a good pass. Because you might not be in sync, but the long bomb is still very bad. Especially with an intercept.
Which way is this game going to go?
I think Metal has the upper hand, question mark?
Shrug.
Yeah, like, maybe? That's definitely not what you do with an Nurgle Warrior. You base.
Stouticus has no rerolls. Now, can he afford to blitz through with his Pestigore?
Well, he doesn't have much options.
But he's got wrestle. He could end up on the floor. And the problem is that if he fails to dodge, Metal can actually just pick this up and run it in on the next turn.
Well, like, the only reason not to blitz through here is if you want to do a pass and just pray that you make it and win this turn. But I think that play is really weak. The thing you have for going for you is if you do run a knockdown, you might be able to get out of range of Metal and aim for a pass next turn. Metal didn't put the Beast of Nurgle on the scary ball.
He blitzes through and he finds a POW on Granny's knitted sweater.
That's scary for Metal. There is no good threat on the ball anymore, and there are 2 scoring threats, and the Beast is nowhere to be seen. But actually, no. Here he is definitely in range of a hit. He might need to do a GFI.
This I mean, we've given up another surf. But I think we're okay with that.
Well, the problem here is that Metal can definitely free up his Strength 5 Nurgle Warrior and is in range to hit the Pestigore.
With 2 GFIs.
Yeah. And he still has a reroll. And it's a 2 dice because Strength 5.
But again, there's no recovery from there.
But there's also no recovery for Stouticus. And with no reroll, that's even more bad. Because Stouticus will need very likely a dodge into a pickup.
1 dice on the Beast of Nurgle.
That's not good enough.
Now, I don't like that, because if you'd sculled that, that was a chance to put the Beast on the ball.
Yeah.
And that would have been really bad.
This game is so much closer than you'd
Who's
think it would be.
that?
He's
A blitz.
blitzing the
I
ex-girlfriend.
don't like that.
Instant decision to blitz with the ex-girlfriend.
I don't like that. I think you could have blitzed the ball instead and tried to aim for a much stronger position.
2 dice on even flan to free up the other Nurgle Warrior.
And that does put more pressure on the Nurgle Warrior, but if you commit the blitz for pressure on the ball, you might as well try to blitz the Beast of Nurgle free. Because that's just better pressure.
2 GFIs are good this time. Shooty's saying that Metal essentially doesn't have his reroll either, saving that for kicks, unless it's a roll that affects an immediate touchdown.
Well, pretty much anything affects a touchdown here. Like Stouticus still
Into the
has...
crowd. Goes
Stouticus
donut in a
definitely
hole.
has a shot at just trying to dodge and pass here to the RG4 in scoring range, which is not even that bad. If he makes the dodge, he can get out of the stink. I really don't like this play for Metal. I think going for the ball here was the right play. Because there is a 3+ dodge. Yes, there is no reroll,
We
but
got a
that's a
couple of
lot
players
better
spare
than
now.
nothing. No, he still will need a dodge. And very possibly a pass. but
More
it's-
importantly, I think I would blitz Granny's Knitted Sweater, because the issue again is if you fail the dodge, that thing can just pick it up and run out of range.
Yeah.
Yep. That
Because
way...
if you get rid of this player here, then that's when the agility for he's gone, and then he's only got Rotters and this one Pestigore who's not really anywhere near the ball right now.
Granny's
that
Knitted
means-
Sweater is the big threat to Stouticus right now.
Like,
'Cause that's the
even
one who can
if you
escape.
fail the dodge, you are still okay. If you knock Granny's Knitted Sweaters. So,
And that is
Very
the blitz
much.
target, and we find a POW, so that's good news.
yeah, like, it's not the best dodge, because it's a 3+ no reroll, but if it works, there is a good shot Stouticus can
He's
just
dodging.
leverage it to win.
Yeah, with that position there, I think he's definitely dodging.
Yeah.
And that could...
Like, with Metal's positioning and that stun on the guard Nurgle Warrior, Stouticus doesn't even need to pass this turn. Because Metal is... Like, he tried to pressure the ball, and now if the dodge is good, Stouticus might have a safe score if going forward.
He's
Yeah,
dodging
he's-
out the other way.
He's
Yep.
dodging out and he's screening off with Carl the Spoiler.
He's
probably
going
gonna
this
hide-
way. He's using the stun to his advantage, and he's leaving it down to a Beast of Nurgle dodge at this point. If he
But
can
at that
make
point,
this 3+.
he,
Well,
makes,
Yeah,
he
2+
takes...
to screen
That
off
was a
even
2
more.
with the Agi4.
that
Something,
doesn't
something,
work that
burning
way.
the bad dice. There's the 3+, and it's good.
He's made it. He's made it. Is he doing the pass right away?
Well, the thing is, the
There's
Beast
no
of
need.
Nurgle might still carry...
No, there's no way. He's in stink.
yeah,
But
that
you-
pass is
But
too
now what you
difficult.
do is you blitz with the Beast of Nurgle to get him, or you blitz off this player to try and get the Beast onto the ball. And that
No,
is...
he's just going once again, just saying, I'm okay with pressure on the ball, and I don't think pressure on the ball is going to be good enough.
That needs a GFI.
And he,
Oh, he's falling over.
Now he has to re-roll this.
re-roll that. Yeah, like, he didn't move anyone else. And, like, once again, it's pretty much, can Stouticus make a 3+ dodge? Why give Stouticus such good odds? You could have went for a hit yourself next turn, which is a
Needs
lot.
a GFI here, gets it.
Why is he not moving the Juggernaut first to be...
He's
a
going to
more
move the
consistent
Juggernaut onto
shooter?
the ball, that's the idea. He's going to double GFI to move the Jugs onto the ball. Kurjiroy is gone.
I don't know, like, it feels like Metal is not ordering his turn correctly.
Well, that might be the pressure.
Oh no!
So very much just a 3+ dodge from Stouticus to run away with it, and actually no, he can just blitz the ball free. And as long as it's not a 1 in 9 or a foul appearance, he should be able to run away from Metal's team. I feel like Metal is...
It's blitzing with the wrestler. And if you all apple pies it, the ball's on the floor.
Well, foul appearance here is also... No, he's not
he's
blitzing.
going to blitz with this one instead.
Oh, double skulls! No!
That's not how you do it! And that means no scoring threat as well, so a lot of relief for Metal there. Not only he gets a free turn, it also means he's safe for this turn.
Metal out of jail.
Yeah. And that's good enough
Down
to knock the ball
goes
down.
Sponge Cake Man to claw mighty blow.
That's also a stun, but that means no real AG3 player for a while now, especially if he gets this lone rotter out of the way.
The Nurgle Gurgle, is it going to kicks?
Very, like, Metal is going to need to make a 3+ with no reroll here, and we all know how those do.
All of the Pestigors on Stouticus' team are stunned now.
Yeah, and the
Beast
only
is free
rotter-
to go and pick this up if that's the game we're playing.
Beast Ball! Beast Ball! Go! Come on! I believe.
The Beast of Nurgle, the ex-wife! The big moment, no!
No! You misclicked on the ball.
He missed it. He wanted it in there in the cage.
3+ dodge.
He's
GFI
going
good
for
pick
that
up.
pick up and he gets it with the GFIs. But now, how does Stouticus recovers it?
He's got to cover him off on the diagonal with the Nurgle Warrior, surely. That wasn't the play. That wasn't the play at all. He needed to put that Nurgle Warrior back on the diagonal here.
This seems like game chaps.
Well, there is still the dodge from the pro Nurgle Warrior, which could have been
Oh,
avoided.
and it's a failed dodge, and Metal has this in the bag now.
That double skull, like, Metal gave Stouticus a pretty good shot, but that double skull was good enough.
Some well-deserved SPP for Granny's knitted sweater, though.
Nope. That's a knockdown on Carl the Spoiler.
And he's going on to the Nurgle Warrior. Only a push, but
knock it over.
he's now out of range.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cannot even base the ball.
No, there's no one who can stop this now.
That was very scary for Metal for a few turns there.
He should have lost the game.
Very much felt like it.
We're going to see a foul on the Agi4, not with the Beast of Nurgle.
I really didn't like that Metal. Ooh.
Yellow lead brownie. Takes a badly hurt.
Like Metal giving 2 attempts to just 3+ dodge into safety for 2 turns. Like, I didn't like that, but that double skulls definitely saved the day. On the other hand, the blitz here on the overtime was crucial for Stouticus.
1 dice, foul appearance.
Feels bad.
1 dice to the claw, mighty blow, skulls 8. Oh no. He's okay, but
Click
after
ball,
one
click touchdown.
hell of a game, Metal is going through to the round of 16 for more Nurgle Gurgle.
Yay, more Nurgle Gurgle. My favorite.
Probably just saying they're GG's at this point. But there's no way Metal's going to throw any more dice at this problem.
Yeah, he's not risking it. He's not doing a KG.
In goes Granny's knitted sweater, and Metal is through. And they're 1 game away from the round of 16. Oh, sorry. They're 1 game away from the hype video.
Round of 8.
Round of 8. Maths is good. What a game.
That was a game.
A very close one.
I think for what you might say is the second playoff game in a row, Metal has dodged a bullet. Boxes from your mom eats an MVP.
Oh, nice!
Turn 1, get KO'd, never wake up.
That sums it all up. All apple pies gets the MVP to crown.
You got to be fucking kidding me. Four KO fails, and he just goes, I'll have that.
To crown the most glorious playoff performance, I think, by any individual player. All apple pies takes the MVP and will finally get block.
Now you take tackle for the memes. You just take pylon.
Well, piling on leaves him on the floor. So yeah, you do. All apple pies. But after one hell of a scare, you feel like Stouticus was one push away from winning that game. The double skull was just so unfortunate. But Metal is going through, and it's going to be more Nurgle Gurgle. Well, it was going to be either way, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Most valiant player, apparently.
What do we make of that?
That was some bloody game.
That game was very... Like, Metal got 64 block. If those regions, like, failed early and succeeded later, like, this game would have been a completely different beast. Because Metal would have been playing, like, 3-man down for the whole game, even when he only had 9 players.
Metal removed 16 players in that game. Stouticus only had, what, 14?
Yeah, but he had a babe, and 3 of those injuries were in the end. He most of the time he did have players.
Will there be another game? There won't be another game on this channel, but I'm about to throw a host over to Superfed TV, who has coverage of Gloom and Zoom versus Tribu Urbana, which is Pro Elves versus Necromantic.
Should be a very good game.
I do kind of want to know what All Apple Pies gets. Don't know Stouticus, you've got to be kind enough to roll that now.
If you roll the plus strength, that would be so funny because you have to take it. And he's still going to roll 1 in 9s.
He hasn't rolled it yet, but All Apple Pies will finally level. And aren't we all delighted with that?
I'm just dumbfounded that he was given the MVP for basically slacking off an entire bloody game.
First hit he took, he's removed. He fails 4 KO rolls with the Bloodweiser Babe in play and just snags the MVP.
Classic Blood Bowl.
Classic Blood Bowl indeed. So things that make you go, ugh, are now one game from a hype video, but they've got to get through the Royal Rumble boys to get there.
Now these Nurgle are higher in team value.
Yeah,
right?
That's like 2,040 each way. It's both. Oh, All Apple Pies takes block.
Unbelievable.
Now he's just going to roll double skulls.
Yeah.
He's just rolling double skulls every single time.
Well, he's just going to still keep on rolling 1 in 9s. And
He rolled
still
double
going to be
ones
useless.
for his level, of course he did.
Fucking worst player ever.
Was there a more inevitable result? I think it's time to wrap this up. We're gonna launch over to Superfed now. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to firstly the Richest T and Gerber for the co-cast here. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was good. That was a good watch. Well done to FullMetal for winning that one, and also very well done to Stouticus for making such a good attempt at beating that team when you're that far down.
Yeah, it was a very close game. I think it could have gone either way, especially after that blitz.
Yeah, if that wasn't a double skulls, then it could have been an entirely different game.
It's it's also time for me to thank Andy Darvo for the massive host. Hope you guys who came in from Andy's stream enjoyed the game. We also had a sub from Nocturnal, so thank you very much for that. Getting the Really Stupid Troll Choir out, of course. Had a bunch of followers, so Hawkeye, Nightverton, Onos, Razzle Storm, Sakodiak, thank you very much for hitting that follow button. We'll be back with more playoff action when we hit the round of 16 on Wednesday. But for now, I will leave you with the hype video, and then we'll throw a host over to Superfed. So, all apple pies, eh? What a
I
player.
can go for some apple pies now.
We promised drama, and the round of 64 delivered.
Oh my god. Sammy the Screwdriver coming out swinging.
We were treated to the best that REBBL had to offer, and the worst. All apple pies, going in for a blitz, and he has 1 in 9 days. The Big O have been relentless in their pursuit of glory, but can they keep it up? Now, the Division 1 winners enter the fray, with a former champion among them. The pressure is ramping up, but there's plenty more blood still to be spilled. Oh!
Pizarro, no!
Welcome to the round of 32. Limpy goes in. Have you ever seen this before? And the fourth Doctor!
Bloody hell.
Fourth Doctor dies!
No big deal, boys. We're done.
Oh, stop! What?
Oh, that!
First blood?
Blower is out.
Intercepted. It's a bull centaur intercept. That is just worse.
This is a massacre right now. The tree will attack on its own here in the REBBL Playoffs. Have you ever seen anything like this?